Peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. This is episode 41, titled The Scorn Leading the Scorn. Heavy topic, per usual. Not sorry, but has to be spoken about. I've been triggered a lot lately, with Mother's Day and family functions, being like excluded from things and isolated. And it sucks because, it's just the scorn leading the scorn. Like, we all going through so much generational trauma, childhood trauma, things that we've never really tackled head on. I got family members who have things that they're dealing with from their childhood that involves my grandmother. I have things that, I'm dealing with that involve my mother. Things that other family members they're going through that involve my dad. I can't get into too many details, but I will say this, that when a scorned person leads another scorned person, they're only going to give them the same defense mechanisms that work for them. That's what they're going to do. So they're only going to give you self-preservation, worry about yourself. Like, they're not going to tell you to go confront that person, go heal. They're going to tell you the same thing they did, right? And since it worked for them and you see them successful, but success has a different definition to everyone, and that definition varies. So with that being said, people move away, people move to the other side of the country. I have an aunt that I've seen once in like 15 years who lives all over the place, and she wants nothing to do with my family. She's coming around now, but where has she been the last 15 years? Couldn't tell you. I don't know her. She doesn't know me. All I know is her name. So when they say things like misery loves company, right? It's almost like being a mentor, right? Oh, I see this scorned little child, and I remember I was the same way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take them under the wing, right? And that vulnerable child went under your wing and picked up all your bad habits, all your scorn habits, every single one, right? Don't worry about that person. You don't have to respect that person. Mother or not, forget them. You don't let nobody talk to you down. You don't let nobody treat you poorly, So that person is carrying and transferring the same thing. Everything my grandmother did, my mother does the same stuff. So you got generations of, lack of emotional support. I have an alliance to my father. I love my dad. I honor my father every day on this earth. I carry his name, I carry his heart. His legacy lives on through me, and that has cost me. I have other family members who, because of my alliance to my father, aren't fans of me at all. And I wish my father treated them better. And I wish that my father wasn't tough on other family members because of their sexuality. And because of their sexuality, my father, people, don't, ride with me. Like, they look at me like, oh, if you was cool with him, then I can't be cool with you. And to be honest, it's my father to the death of me, Whether I'm alive or not, I'm going to always pick my father every single time, So I wish my father had made better choices and not been as ignorant and closed-minded and just accepted people for who they were. I feel like family has families back no matter what, and family causes you the most pain. It's the people closest to you that hurt you the most. And that's the tough thing about it. We all have to cope. So I think as family members, and all families can attest to this, we're not taught proper conflict resolution. All we do is not talk to each other for 10, 15, 20 years. And then, like my boy said, sometimes it takes death to bring people together. And I'm tired of that, I don't want to hope that in hopes that we can reconcile when somebody dies. Like, what kind of life is that? Like, why can't we sit down and not agree to disagree, but compromise? You know what I'm saying? You see my side, I see my side. You see my side, I see your side, and we meet each other in the middle. I'm 27 years old now, so I'm not going to be pushed around. I'm not going to be embarrassed at my own mother's house, for people picking sides from the Scorn leading the Scorn, and it sucks. This is a very mellow episode because it's not anything I'm excited about or energetic about, but it needs to be spoken about. You have many people out there, preying on the weak. A person who has not solidified themselves and uses, all this other fluff, like their life is like one big social media frenzy. They use that to hide from the truth. Confront your mother, confront your father, confront the people who have hurt you. If they're still here for you to confront them, and you can't blame other people for your pain. That's your pain. That's your cross to bear. I can't bear everyone's cross. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not that strong. I'm not Jesus Christ where I'm gonna die for the sins of all. He did that for us. But I can bear my cross for sure, and I can hold myself accountable for my actions. So let's be real with each other. Let's be honest with each other. Let's be vulnerable with each other about the truth, and you gotta face it. So same way a millionaire can lead a person to become a millionaire, a scorned person can lead a scorned person to be even more scorned. Because down the road, you're not addressing nothing. And lastly, I wish my father was better. I love him to death, but he wasn't right always. He was my hero, but not every decision he made was a solid one, and it's affecting my family members to this day. And somehow I get blamed for it, but I'll love you forever, Dad. And I hope that people help other people heal properly, and not diagnose people. That's another thing. People self-diagnose and then diagnose other people and try to give them the remedies to fix things, and it doesn't work because you still can't have an effective relationship with someone else, an effective friendship with someone else. So let people heal how you're supposed to. Turn to God or somebody else, or go to therapy, but don't go to that Scorn family member. It just doesn't help. Praise God.